Roger. Unplug my suit so I'm kind of warm now.
Hunt Club 1, Roger.
1, Roger.
Blow the hatch after we hook on. All right, get ready. Another 15 feet on the hoist.
If you're ready for me to blow the hatch, I'll have to take my helmet off.
Oh no, I'm literally...
Say again, Liberty Bell. Just waiting for your okay to come in and shot. Liberty Bell, Liberty Bell. Say again. This is Hunt Club 1, waiting for your okay.
What happened?
All right, he's okay. He's okay. Go for the capsule.
Tom, speaking!
Get the capsule. He can float in that spacesuit. You gotta have the data on the capsule. The capsule!
Let's go down a while here! Help! Look out a while here!
He's like panicking if he just lays back. No, he's not gonna be allowed to go up again. They're like, he could not take the pressure, unfortunately. Hi guys, welcome back to Popcorn Roulette. My name is Leah, and today we are going to be watching The Right Stuff. I really don't know too much about this movie. As always, I'm going in pretty blind. I know that it is about NASA and the space program. I will be watching Apollo 13 at some point, I believe for the 30th anniversary, but we wanted to get me a bit of more of a background knowledge on space before I dive into that movie. So I'll be watching The Right Stuff today and The First Man at some point as well. I'm super excited to get into a more realistic space journey because I have been doing some more sci-fi. I recently watched Alien and Aliens for the channel, a lot of different space movies, and I have been loving them, but obviously that's going to be a super different vibe. I myself am really into astronomy and astrology and all of that kind of jazz. I really like space and the stars. So this is going to be something interesting to actually like learn some real stuff about it, as well as get to watch a movie. So it'll be done in an interesting way. Because honestly, I don't know too much about it. I learned some pretty basic knowledge of NASA and everything in school, but that's also been so long now. So, you know, ready to dive into that again. But yeah, so if you guys want to watch the entire thing with me, that's going to be on Patreon as always. Like and subscribe would be super appreciated, and let's watch The Right Stuff together. The Right Stuff.
The demon lived at Mach 1 on the meter.
I love a point of view shot. Point of view, we are the airplane. Ooh. Okay.
Then they built a small plane, the X-1, to try and break the sound barrier.
That's so scary for them, I can imagine.
They were called test pilots.
Mm-hmm. Flying something for the first time.
No one knew their names.
What? No one knew their names?
Lowering and launching now.
The sound barrier. So it's like they're going somewhere no one has gone before. That is known to be a no cross zone, most likely because the pressure or something is too much. And a new plane. It's terrifying. No, they know. A woman's intuition is so strong. You can't even have like a funeral. Really, like the way you want it to be, I feel like. Okay, what? I'm lost.
What do you have to do to get your picture up there anyway?
Die.
Die.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, anybody tries to break it will auger in. Well, now, maybe it can't be broke. Then again, maybe it can. Maybe it can only be broke for a specified sum.
How much?
150,000.
I mean, it's true. You're asking them to risk their lives. Every single person who's gone up has died. It's not that, you know, but I guess back then that was a lot more money too. Like a ton more money.
Gotta do it now.
That guy in the corner, Yeager's his name.
Aaron Yeager.
How much you got? I'm just joking. The Air Force is paying me already. Ain't that right, sir?
Well, sure, Yeager, but
So when do we go?
well, how about tomorrow morning?
I'll be there.
How much are you paying him?
I think it's $283
a week?
A month.
Ah,
Never have. I don't think I ever will. Never did meet the man who could catch me out there.
Half jackrabbit.
Forget it, Flyboy. You'd never catch me.
I believe I will.
Can't be done.
the guy in between them is like, She walked out with sass. She knew what she was doing. That was a flirty move. She really didn't care. She would have turned away. Gone back to her business.
Forget it, sweetie. She's his wife.
Oh, okay. Makes more sense.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh
Oh, no.
That okay?
Yeah. Look, I don't want these guys knowing about it because they'll find somebody else to fly this thing.
Try to fix you up a handle.
Thanks, man.
Wild, what?
Mr. Russell, can you help me out? We've got a small emergency. Need to borrow your broom handle.
Uh-oh.
Would you hold this right here?
Just for a second.
Think that'll work? Thank you, sir.
Huh? Now you're getting that back workout in.
Punch a hole in the sky.
We'll be right back.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
How you feeling this morning, Yeager?
Oh, just about right.
Ms. Yeager?
At least get her some compensation if you die, you know? He's like, for free! Maybe make sure she's taken care of.
Drop! There you go, buddy. Put the spurs to her, Chuck.
1.91.
I'm sketched.
0.98. She's getting real active.
Go back. Even out or something at least. Like.
Hey, wait a minute. They really make another note here, would you?
Each one of them wanted to push the outside of the envelope and get to the top of the pyramid.
Edwards Air Force Base, 1953. I like the slight difference in like the, time jump there. They're purposely showing the car, I feel like, in the music.
Come on, you're scaring the girls. You are.
Come on, Trudy. Who's the best pilot you ever saw? Huh? Who's the best pilot you ever saw?
I'm scared. I hate looking away from the road scenes.
You're looking at it, baby. Now come on, cheer up. Never let you down.
Ooh.
Oh, no?
I recognize her from something. Mmm.
Yeah, look who's here.
It was like 47 to 53. And we saw the wife. Was that him who died? Like our last character that we were focused on? Or was that an unknown character?
6 weeks.
Rookies? Now, hold on, sis. You are looking at a whole new ball game here now. In fact, in a couple of years, I bet you're even going to immortalize us by putting our pictures up there on your wall.
We got your prime pilots that get all the hot planes, and we got your pud knockers who dream about getting the hot planes. Now, what are you two pud knockers gonna have, huh?
Look at old Yeager. On top of the pyramid for 5 damn years. Every time somebody goes faster, he just goes up
Okay,
again.
so there he is, obviously. Then they got kids.
He maintained an even strain.
Look at him out there. You'd think they were talking about sports.
Go, hot dog, go.
Man, sometimes they're just such assholes.
Scandalous.
For the press, as all-around congratulations come from a previous record holder as he shakes the hand of the fastest man alive, Scott Crossfield.
The Scott Crossfield, the fastest man alive.
That's it. To the D558 phase 2.
Give him like the newlyweds didn't know.
It's a cool coin trick.
He'll be going after that demon that lives out in the thin air.
Nice transition. Really cool with the glass. December 12th, 1953.
So just take it easy. Ring her out a little bit this time.
You got any gum or don't you?
Yeah, I got me a stick.
Loan me some, will you? I'll pay you back later.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
I'm scared.
I've got you in sight, Chuck. Going out of sight now. Mach 1.
Number 4.
Whew.
Sorry, Scotty.
Hey, Chuck. You got her now, buddy. You can ease it on back.
Oh no. He broke the record.
Push this envelope a tad.
No.
See where that old demon lives.
Oh my gosh. No, 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 no.
Say it again, Chuck. Over. Do you read? Got it. Mayday, mayday. Alert all ground crews. Alert.
Oh, he's back. Oh my gosh, he's back. Get it together.
Do you read me, Chuck? Over.
I'm fighting bad here. I'm kind of 25,000 over tax pay. I don't know if I can make it back to base or not.
What happened?
I think I must have busted the canopy with my head. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, so intense.
That's as fast as a man can go, partner.
What's next, Ridley?
Star City, Russia, October 4th, 1957. Okay, going forward a couple years again. So we were at 53, yeah. This image of him laughing in the flames almost. Washington, D.C.
It's called Sputnik.
We know.
Sit down.
And as I was saying, whoever controls the high ground of space will control the world. Now, how in the hell did they ever get ahead of us?
All right, gentlemen, I think we're ready. Is there a loose plug over there anywhere?
Oh, here it is. I'll get it. Senator Johnson's right. This is Armageddon.
Oh.
These are the German scientists that they captured after the war.
Our Germans are better than their Germans.
If the Soviets ever do put a man up there, it will no doubt be one of these two. Most likely the one on the left.
Gagarin.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that their chief designer?
Yes, we know very little about it. Somehow they've developed a program of stupendous dimension, and he is clearly the genius behind it all.
Get that moron off of there.
Calling him a moron.
Now we must get something up there, quick and dirty, any way at all.
What?
We could launch a pod.
A pot?
Pod. Absolutely. It will go up like a cannonball and come down like a cannonball, splashing down in the water of the ocean with a parachute to spare the life of the spaceman inside.
Spaceman.
Specimen.
These are people we felt would be excellent, especially in the splashdown stage. We had our eye on the one on the right.
No, on the left.
These people, of course, very experienced in handling their own machinery.
And they already have their own helmets. I don't know if that's a factor.
And as you'll see, they're...
What?
This is personnel who have very well developed equilibrium.
Good middle ear.
Also very nice people. Very easy to work with. And with some work, Doctor, they could be very responsive to orders.
This is hilarious.
My first choice. Take a look at the men.
Oh my gosh.
No. I want test pilots.
I'm sure we can do better with another type of man, any other type of man.
They are expecting us.
They? You keep saying they. Who's they?
The best, give me that. The best test pilots in the world.
Here?
Yeah. Got some kind of a little brotherhood. Thinking they got the right stuff.
I mean, what kind of stuff? You mean heroism, bravery? Wait a minute, there aren't any snakes around here, are there?
Yeah, the bushes. Heroism and bravery.
Is that our man from Jurassic Park, just super young? Or do they just kind of have a similar vibe? I can't tell. I haven't gotten a good close-up on his face. It doesn't sound like him, really. I don't think it is. I think just similar bone structure in the nose, upper face.
Jaeger.
Never heard of him.
These must be our gentlemen from Washington, scouting for astronauts. Welcome to Edward.
Lab rabbits, more like.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get what you said.
It is him. I swear it's him.
That's Jaeger?
Yeah. I'll tell you what else. Anybody goes up in the damn thing is gonna be spam in a can.
I'll drink to that. Jaeger doesn't fit the profile. Jaeger doesn't fit? No, he didn't go to college. We're only taking college personnel. I think we're gonna have to forget about Walker and Crossfield and the other civilian pilots too. I mean, security clearance just. And besides, they seem a little too independent. You know what I mean? You mean for this space race, you don't want our best pilots? We want the best pilots that we can get.
Hey. Oh my God.
And his partner, winner of 5 distinguished flying crosses, Major John Glenn.
That guy. Okay.
I love him.
Can you tell us what's that song?
Straighten up,
Straighten up and fly right.
Straighten up and fly right.
Not so dumb, huh?
I liked a girl in my class, but all the other guys liked her too, and she didn't pay any attention. I kept after her, Eddie.
Did you finally get her to notice you?
Yes, I did. In fact, I finally got her to marry me.
They love the guy.
Forgot. You are clear at 180 degrees. We have some boys down here who want to talk to you about being an astronaut.
They want to make me an astronaut. Oh, I hope not.
Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Alan Shepard.
What?
I'd like you to meet Alan Shepard.
Ew.
Dr. Barry came to see.
He's got puke all over him.
We're going up against the Russians all the way. It's got the highest priority. It's a hazardous.
The puke on his shirt is gone now. It's too much.
Sounds dangerous.
It is. Very dangerous.
Count me in.
There's nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing.
Whew. Oh, I hate that.
So you guys have any idea what they've got planned for us?
No, let me check it out.
Okay.
I don't get this. Sending us down here on a bus disguised as civilians. Come on, Gus, cut it out. What the hell, huh?
Hey, hot dog, this entire operation is supposed to be hush-hush. We got top secret orders to blend in with the patient at the clinic down here, so shut up, will you? There might be Russian agents here.
Guys trying out for 7 spots. After they pick us 3, there's only gonna be 4 spots open.
Sounds right to me.
You bet.
Where do we go from here?
You go in that door.
Who are you?
My name, Jose Jimenez.
Now, come on, let's see what there is to be scared about back here.
The ball must be maintained in the position between these 2 lines. You may begin now. The record is 91 seconds.
So many of these characters look familiar, and I can't tell if they're just really young actors that I know, or if it's people who like are reminding me of other characters. You still going? Yes. No.
93 seconds. Read it and weep.
Ha! Yeah, those guys are still going. That's hilarious.
Terrific, Scott. Darn good.
Hey, you're probably just getting warmed up, John. Next time I doubt I'd be the one to win.
Hey, did you hear that?
I don't know about that.
We're competing with Arch and Jughead.
Well, you're not really competing, are you? You're losing. What? What is this? Oh, they've been in there for multiple days. Oh my gosh. Seeing how long they can stay in this chair. Yeah, I would feel insane. Oh my gosh. They're like simulating a flight sequence. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that guy like reminds me of Harrison Ford. But I don't think it is him. But they have like.
Number 3. The drill here is to see who can drill the brains out of Nurse Merch.
Oh my gosh.
You're nuts. She thinks we're all just a bunch of miserable pud knockers.
Hey, this is one fighter jock who is not a miserable pun knocker. She's a woman susceptible to charms like all the rest. Hi, Doc. You want what in there?
Sperm.
What for?
Sperm motility factors.
Who's tried it with them?
Well, that sounds easy enough, but tell you what, I get stuck in there. You mind coming in and help me out a little bit?
Please return it to the lab.
She's not playing with him. That's so funny.
Hey, cut out the humming in there. Okay, knock it off in there.
No. Yes.
My, that was quick.
There's plenty more where that came from. You want to see me again, nurse?
I'd like to meet your wife.
Hilarious.
My wife?
Yes, you're married, aren't you?
Yeah, sure, I'm married, all right.
Happily?
Yeah, a real stable relationship, too.
Good. I'd like to meet your wife tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow's no good.
Tomorrow.
Somewhere on the road from San Diego. How long has it been? Oh no. It's like she's been...
We play our cards right, honey. We go all the way to the top.
We? You mean you?
I mean, we. We're a team. Ever let you down before?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're all set. I told her you were stable, well-adjusted, attentive, persevering. I lied.
Atta girl. What'd she say?
She laughed.
Oh, come on, let's face it. Some women just have a problem with men, you know?
Yeah, I know.
These men are preparing themselves for the ordeal of capsule life.
I wonder if there are actual videos
And they will be faced with emergencies.
like this of them, you know?
Few will be chosen. These are men who will have to face any danger for their country. No individual will have ever been so adequately prepared for an event in advance.
It's so interesting because they really do all these insane preparations for space nowadays that they've narrowed down over the years. It's crazy. I think recently, like, one of the youngest people ever, I believe it was like a young girl, just passed so that she can go to space. Like, she passed through all of them. She was like 17 or something crazy. She went through all of the trials.
Gonzalez. Let's go, Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Por favor.
Oh my god. There's only gonna be one bathroom. They're about to like poop themselves, literally. Yeah, what is going on? Oh my god, I feel like they're about to poop themselves. Oh my god, it's literally in their butt still. Is crazy. Like, to have them walk all this way. I guess, is this the test? Is like, how long can they hold it? Oh my god, no way. Oh my god, they better not poop in that elevator. Y'all, I'm scared for them, for real.
You know, Mr. Shepard, me and my friends think your Jose Jimenez imitation is A-OK. But what you're doing with it is B-A-D.
Oh, you're right.
I love this guy.
You ever have any explosions doing this?
All the time, it's a mess.
Oh, gross.
Tell me something else, Mr. Gonzalez. How am I doing?
I think you're gonna make it, man. I think you're gonna be an astronaut.
Washington, D.C., April 9th, 1959. Only 2 years later.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you 7 Americans, gentlemen all, Virgil I. Gus Grissom.
Virgil is a name I've heard a lot in these movies. Is it young Harrison Ford? Is it just taking me forever? Like, or no, it can't be. No, it can't be.
Alan B. Shepard Jr., Walter M. Shearer Jr., American Mercury Seven.
That's sick. Everybody's listening.
Following the distribution of the kit, those of you who have PM deadline problems, you better dash to your phone. Now we'll have some questions from the press down here, please.
Okay, and they're the two who hold the fastest world records, both of them.
You know, I don't think any of us could really go on with something like this if we didn't have pretty good backing at home, really.
Everybody loves him. That's hilarious. Yes.
My wife's attitude towards this has been the same as it's been all along through my flying. If it's what I want to do, she's behind it. And by golly, my kids are too, 100%.
By golly. Got him with that by golly.
I don't believe this.
I just thank God I live in a country where the best and the finest in a man can be brought out.
Eating it up. They're eating it up.
I think that we would be most remiss in our duty indeed if we did not volunteer for something that is as important as this is to our country and to the world in general right now.
She is so pretty.
Agree absolutely with Gordo. But I don't think we're saying anything new here. I think we're just saying the same things that need to be said again and again with fierce conviction.
the background audio, fierce conviction. These guys are good.
Gentlemen, can you tell us if any of you go to church regularly?
Yes, as far as church goes, I attend regularly.
They did do a good job picking them. That's so funny.
This is for America. This is for Life magazine.
Aww.
How much do they make? $7,000-8,000 a year?
Oh my God.
With this one deal, I'm giving them $500,000 split 7 ways over 3 years. How's that sound?
What is that? I can't do the math.
Meet my people who will write their true stories. For example, by Betty Grissom, or by Virgil I. Grissom, or...
Gus.
What was that?
Gus. Nobody calls me by that other name.
Gus. An astronaut named Gus. What's your middle name?
Ivan.
Ivan. Maybe Gus isn't so bad.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah.
All right. You can be Gus.
I bet for all that money they could call you Virgil, couldn't they? They sure could me.
Oh, weird.
Well, what's with her? She seems snobby. I don't get it.
I get it. She's Mrs. Clean Marine.
To look up and down. It's funny.
Going back to the Cape tomorrow.
Mm.
Wish the heck it wasn't off limits to wives' end. There's so much work to do anyway. More tests, training, studying.
What about F?
I wonder if she had like a stroke or something. Or maybe just a speech impediment.
What about?
The others just want to get up there, get the job done, and keep the Mickey Mouse down to a minimum. Boy, they're good men. Good men. They'll all give 100% when the time comes. Guess they think I'm kind of a gung-ho type. Eddie Attaboy.
Eddie Attaboy is funny. I'm gonna use that. She's like, you are.
You agree? My own wife? Do you think I'm a Dudley Do-Right? Yeah? Well, it's important to America to get a man up there first. I'm planning on being the first man to ride the rocket.
Rocket test, Cape Canaveral, Florida, July 29th, 1960. Oh my gosh, it imploded downwards. I can't imagine the people who built that. It's so hard to watch. You know, they spent years putting this thing together. They put their whole...
6, 5...
Cape Canaveral, 2 months later. They put their whole being into it, you know. It's such a huge structure. So much brain power goes into designing it. And then to watch it just implode in front of your face over and over again. Not only the thought structure behind it and having to start over, but the literal, you know, and in the 2 months that followed. Oh no. This poor guy. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's funny. Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Before I take off.
Say what's with your friend? He loves that Sullivan.
Sullivan? Oh, yeah.
4 down, 3 to go.
What? Okay.
You know, and I know this could lead to something very unfortunate.
What's ticking you off?
I'm talking about the playing around that's going on. I'm talking about the young girls. I'm talking about keeping our pants zipped and our wicks dry around here.
Mr. Glenn, you are way out of line. I'd advise you not to try to foist your view of morality on anybody else in this group. As long as a man uses good sense, what he does with his zipper or his wick is his own business.
Oh no.
What they're trying to do to us is send a man up to do a monkey's work.
So crazy. Oh my gosh, no. The chimp.
And in here you can see these chimps are capable of many of the same tasks as men. Which one will be first? The man or the monkey?
It's crazy. It's like, you know, honestly, they should want to send the monkey up first, you know, so that they can... So many things have failed so far. You think once they get into space, there's not going to be complications? Like, I'm sure there would be. So you would think it's a good thing that they're doing that, and then they figure out the kinks, and then you're still the first man up, you know? Like, I don't know. But I guess it's just personal. It feels like it's them against a chimpanzee.
There's no window. No window? What about the hatch?
The hatch?
Yeah, the hatch. We need a hatch with explosive bolts that we can open ourselves.
I think there's something you do not understand. This is the final form of the capsule. No hatch. I wonder how the press is going to feel about this.
Great. There could maybe be, in future capsules, be a window here.
No, that's where the hatch with explosive bolts goes.
A hatch with explosive bolts on the spacecraft.
So much tension for this.
We pitch in your thrusters, which will enable the astronaut occupant...
The pilot. Astronaut. Pilot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the astronaut pilot. To have control of the re-entry procedures.
What about that? Yeah, our spacecraft, as if they didn't build this whole thing. It must be hard to put in all that work, and then it's like you don't, you know, none of them, I'm sure, at least most of them, their dream is not to go up into space. It does take a very certain mindset to even want to do that. But, you know, to put in all of this work and then have these guys be the ones that become famous and get all the credit when you built...
Smile? Okay.
It's gonna be a chimp. That smile made us believe it's a chimp. January 31st, 1961. It's a chimp. It's a chimp. Yep.
Grinning like a possum eating a sweet potato. Does he look like the kind of guy who'd put doo-doo in the capsule?
This shot again. Star City, Russia. Okay, they're going for the moon.
We've got a man up there. It's Gagarin.
We know. Sit down.
Is it true we could have beat the Russians by 2 weeks? And why didn't we send a man in space instead of a monkey?
I think we ought to be forthright, gracious, and magnanimous about this and say, well, the Russian guys just beat the pants off us, that's all. And there's no sense in kidding ourselves about that, but now that the space age has begun, I think there's going to be plenty of work for everybody. I'm tired of everybody that says we are not pilots. I'm tired of monkeys.
Yeah.
Most of all, I'm sick and tired of being second to those darn Russians.
There you go.
And I think it's about time we...
There's someone up there.
That's right.
Let's get this thing on the road. I'm tired of messing around.
Okay, did that work? It was just the pressure of it all. Cape Canaveral, May 5th, 1961.
First astronaut has been kept from the public until almost the final moment. The question everyone has asked is, which one will be first?
Neil Armstrong was like the first person to actually step foot on the moon. So, I don't think we're getting that yet. You know, they're just trying to get somebody in space right now, right? Okay, I knew it wasn't gonna be him.
But I do appreciate it, John.
Vaya con Dios, Jose.
Dear Lord, please don't let me f up.
I didn't quite copy that. Say again, please.
I said everything's A-okay.
Cannonball from space on this historic day, May 5th, 1961.
Yes.
Just wanted to keep you informed, Mrs. Shepard. Everything's A-okay, nothing to worry about. Just some delays.
What kind of delays?
There's another hold from NASA, another delay. Alan Shepard sits there patiently waiting. What can be going through a man's mind at this moment?
I'd be like, are we going up with all these delays?
Gordo, I have to urinate.
Urinate? No. Urinate? No, we did not think of that.
Could he just do it in his suit?
It might be dangerous to introduce liquid into the pure oxygen environment of the capsule and the pressure suit. Might cause a short circuit. It could start a fire. No. Tell him he cannot.
Say, listen, old buddy. They promise we'll stop at the next gas station.
Request that you remain in a holding pattern till then.
Oh no.
Alan must have had 4 cups of coffee before he went to work this morning.
No. No, oh my gosh. We're getting all these. Oh.
Had a little accident.
How much longer? All these water. This is funny.
Request permission to relieve bladder.
Gordo. Look, the man has got to go. Now, it's either that or we get out the lug wrench and let's go pry him out.
Do it in the suit.
No, but he just said it could cause, like,
Permission granted?
To wet your diapers anytime, son.
No, it cannot feel good.
Suit thermometer says freon flow, jumping from 30 to 45.
Left lower chest sensor.
You should have let him.
Well, I'm a wetback now.
It is questionable whether we can proceed.
All right, I'm cooler than you are. Why don't you fix your little problems and light this candle?
He's right. Let's light this candle. He surely is. Light the candle.
Yes. Resume the countdown.
The clock is operating.
And I think we're going to be able to talk to one of the astronaut wives, if not Louise Shepard herself.
Louise, coming down. Oh, we almost missed this.
Hey.
I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I feel like it's not gonna go right. Nice. Pee leaking out of the suit. Just kidding.
Wait to talk to Jackie after that. Oh, you'll love her. She's so nice. We'll talk about the
July 20th, 1961.
I just never realized that gruff, mean son of a like you could be so popular.
You think you might like a little souvenir after I get written up in the history books?
Well, I might, if it's been in outer space.
See you after outer space, miss.
All right.
That's actually good, yeah.
Well, why don't you just make sure you don't screw the pooch, Gus?
Oh.
Oh, God, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Go get him, Dick.
He's like fighting off the women. No, oh my gosh, leave these women alone. They're already like.
That's listen, he just reached the apex of his flight into outer space. It turns out needed for those future flights that will actually.
I'm scared. One, like something's gonna go wrong. I feel like for one of them, you know.
One, over.
Okay, they did put a window in it. Okay.
Unplug my suit so I'm kind of warm now.
Hunt Club 1, Roger.
Roger.
Blow the hatch after we hook on. All right, get ready. Another 15 feet on the hoist.
If you're ready for me to blow the hatch, I'll have to take my helmet off.
Oh no, I'm literally.
Say again, Liberty Bell. Just waiting for your okay to come in and shot. Liberty Bell, Liberty Bell. Say again. This is Hunt Club 1. Waiting for your okay.
What happened?
All right, he's okay. He's okay. Go for the capsule.
Tell him, dig it.
Get the capsule. He can float in that spacesuit. You gotta have the data on the capsule. Capsule!
Let's go down a while here. Help! Look out a while here.
He's like panicking if he just lays back. No, he's not gonna be allowed to go up again. They're like, he could not take the pressure, unfortunately. I couldn't take the pressure either. This is insane, but, you know. It's like all this stuff didn't even matter after. Aw.
I didn't do anything. I was just lying there. It just blew. I mean, the hatch just blew.
Must have been a technical malfunction. The hatch just blew. The capsule was rocking around a bit, but there weren't any loose items in the capsule, so I don't see how I could have hit that button. No, I was just lying there, flat on my back, and it just blew.
He hit the button, didn't he? I almost like need to go back. Did he hit the button? I know he was panicking.
Subjected to trial by heat, by water, by shaking, pounding. We even dropped them from a height of 100 feet onto concrete, and not one of them has ever just blown.
Aww.
Isn't the president coming? Gus. No ticker tape parade in New York? There even one in Mitchell, Indiana?
Nope.
No Jackie?
It's just because he's not the first? Is that, you know, the whole thing? Or is it because his didn't go as well?
I mean, what did they want me to do in here? Cook? And then risk my life and my kids by dragging them across that highway to the worst beach in Florida? Gus, I wanted to eat in the White House. I wanted to talk to Jackie about things.
Yeah, well, look, I've got to go to the Holiday Inn, you know, for some,
But they are treating me like I'm Honorable Mrs. Squirmin' Hatch Blower.
I did not do anything wrong! The hatch just blew! It was a glitch! It was a...
Oof. Oof.
Hell, won't anyone believe me?
I know that. Gus, I mean, are these the goodies? Is this how the military pays off? Huh? Gus, they owe you.
It's true, they do.
But they owe me, too. They owe me. They owe me. They owe me so much.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for both of them.
Oh, no. I love you.
Oh, I feel so bad for them.
And to recap yesterday's dramatic events, here we see America's newest hero, Gus Grissom. He is shouting to save the capsule first.
Attaboy, Gus.
He is shouting to save the capsule first.
Think a monkey knows he's sitting on top of a rocket that might explode? These astronaut boys, they know that, see? Well, I'll tell you something. It takes a special kind of man to volunteer for a suicide mission, especially when it's on TV. Oh, Gus, you did all right.
Well, the capsule was lost. Our new hero, now present.
The way he's hanging there, poor guy. The bar? No.
I never had any insurance except a couple months' pay in case anything ever happened. I always hated all that talk about insurance. You know, the government spends just all kinds of time and money teaching new pilots how to be fearless, but they don't spend a damn penny teaching you how to be the fearless wife of a test pilot.
I love how much focus they're putting on the wives and their experience, too. It's such an interesting...
Remember wins. Those bitter guys that just sit around thinking about old times. If I ever see that happen, I'm going right out the front door, and you'll never catch me.
The whole day? Except in alley.
You know what that means? We haven't had too much luck with that rocket, John. We're not going to be able to take all the precautions we'd like.
We're ready.
I said it's going to be extremely dangerous.
I said we're ready, 100%.
Oh, I love the eye contact with the wife. Like, he says, we are ready. Like, they are a team. The emphasis on their relationships is so good, you know, because we're getting so much information, all of these.
They want our peckers in their pockets.
She still says no.
No. Well, didn't you tell her? I will bring in ABC TV, NBC TV, CBS TV. Her words and mine will be heard by millions.
Let's get in there.
Where the hell are they going?
I think the flight's been canceled.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's perfect. I will go in and
oh my gosh.
Right on up the chain to the top. Right away.
To the top.
Damn right. I better get somebody to tell her to play ball.
Hey, guys. John has a problem with your wife.
Is it serious?
We think it is. There's a phone hookup. We've got her on it.
Oh my gosh. Is it serious? He's like worried about her. Such idiots.
Or the TV networks or anybody else to come into the house, then that's it, as far as I'm concerned. They are not coming in. And I will back you up all the way 100% on this, and you tell them that. Okay? I don't want Johnson or any of the rest of them to set as much as one toe inside our house. You tell them that astronaut John Glenn told you to say that. All right?
Yes.
I'll talk to you in a little while.
I know. I think she just has.
Can't do that, John.
Oh.
The vice president, the head of the program. You're gonna think of the broader interests of this program. You are way out of line here.
I'm out of line?
Yes, sir.
I'm running this show here.
We'll see about that.
Yeah? And I'm thinking of changing the order of flight assignments.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who you gonna get?
Who am I gonna get?
You heard what he said.
That's right.
Yeah. Nobody wants that just because. Yeah, no. I love the way they back each other up.
Pilots.
Pansies, cows, gladiolas. Isn't there anybody who can deal with a housewife?
Mochi, Australia, February 20th, 1962.
And I'm gonna be talking to him on that dish, helping him out.
Fly over?
Yeah.
You bloke do that too?
You saying you do that yourself?
Nah, not me, mate. Not me.
See that old bloke there?
He know. He know the moon, he know the star, and he know the Milky Way. He'll give you a hand. He know.
I wonder if this actually happened, like that they got help from the Aborigine people. I'm so scared. Like, are all of them gonna be okay, please?
The clock is operating.
They're underway. That view is tremendous. I can see clear back, a big cloud pattern, way back across towards the Cape. Man, it's a beautiful sight.
Roger, Friendship 7. You have a go. At least 7 orbits.
Roger, Al. Understand. Go. At least 7 orbits. This is Friendship 7.
I'm so glad they put the window in it. I mean, sending these guys all the way up to space and not giving them a window would be crazy. I'd be like, I think I'm outside of the Earth's atmosphere. I don't know. I can't see anything. I could literally still be down there.
And we're moving into night.
It's full moon rising.
Cute.
I could see some lights down there in Australia, Gordo. Where are they from?
Will, John, all of Perth and all of Rockingham have turned their lights on for you. And, well, we have a few other lights turned on here and there.
I love that.
Well, they show up very well. And thank everybody for turning them on, will you?
We sure will, John. We sure will.
Showing some trouble here. We've got a warning light on, possibly a loose heat shield. Check your status lights immediately.
It's coming, mate.
John, can you hear me?
Friendship 7, come in, please.
Let's try something, anything.
Friendship 7, come in.
The didgeridoo. Such a hard instrument to play.
This is Friendship 7. Do you read me? Over.
Wait a second.
I see something strange out here.
Oh no.
My goodness gracious, what the heck is that?
Sparks, needles of some kind
Oh no.
A mass of some very small particles that are brilliantly lit up, like they're luminescent. I never saw anything like it. A whole shower of them coming by me now. They're
No.
go in front of the window and they're brilliantly lighted.
No.
Hello, Capcom.
Roger, Friendship 7. Will you correlate the actions of the particles surrounding your spacecraft with the action of your control jets?
Do you read over?
Negative. I do not think they were coming from my control jets. That's a negative. Over.
I tell you what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get some pictures of these little guys. Sounds like a good idea, Friendship 7.
And you guys all probably think I'm nuts down there. They're very beautiful.
They look like fireflies on a summer night.
Oh no, y'all. I knew one of them. It was not gonna go right.
Do you have a time for going to jettison retro? Over.
John?
We are not sure whether or not your landing bag is deployed. We feel it is possible to re-enter with the retro package on.
We see no difficulty at this time with that type of re-entry.
Do you read?
Roger. Understand.
I'm going to start lining up just as carefully as I can here in a minute. See whether the scanners will pick up and correct it in so that we have good retro fire attitude.
If not, I'll correct it myself. Over.
Roger, Friendship 7. All right, we're lined up.
Out of all of them, he's the best guy for this job, though. You know, like, it's awful that this is happening and, like, a possibility for him to crash.
What's that? That sound.
Humming. It's him. It's all right. He does that.
But it's like, out of all of them, I feel like he's the most equipped to handle this emotionally. He has the headspace to do it. I believe it. No way they make it.
John, can't hear you. He's hit the ionization blackout. No communications are possible for a few minutes. Then we'll know.
Friendship 7, this is Cape. Do you read? Friendship 7.
This is Cape. Do you read?
Friendship 7. This is Cape. Do you read?
Automatic systems are not functioning. He's in fly button.
Wait, what? Are we just skipping right now? Or is this like his imagination? What he's hoping will happen? Yeah. This has got to be his imagination. I'm scared. Does that mean they're going to kill him? You guys, I'm actually really terrified. I don't feel like they're just going to skip like that. He's not going to make it. I don't feel like, is this real? Is this real? Because I mean, awesome if it is. I just feel like that was a weird skip. I don't feel good about that.
Finally showed up. One we've been waiting for with the big engine.
Okay, so that was real? I didn't love that cut from that scene to...
The rescue set a new record of 114,000 feet going straight off the ground.
Nobody cares about that kind of record anymore. All they want now is capsules up in outer space.
You know, I got a feeling this little old plane right here might be able to beat that Russian record.
You might be right.
Two of them about to team up, do something for themselves.
Here they go.
Okay, so he really did make it down. That was just a really weird cut. I didn't like it made me think that that was a fake. I don't know. It was just odd to me that it was such a high tense moment and it's like he's powering it by himself and we didn't get to see him make that landing. It's awesome that he did it though. I just wish I feel like I missed out on it. Oh, she's finally getting her parade.
Texas.
This is a lot.
Which one's Glenn? He's the one I want to meet.
He's right over there.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, too.
Please, I'm gonna go to the moon, I swear to God. I'm on my way.
Hi, little gal. Just damn glad to meet you, too. Heard an awful lot of good things about you, gal. A lot of good things. John Glenn.
Howdy. Oh, yeah, I want to meet you, too.
Right now.
Oh, sorry, Lily.
Aw, she is so supportive and she doesn't like any of this. All she is supportive of him and his dreams, and it's so beautiful. I love them so much. They are my favorite in this movie. Those two are so wholesome.
Got a free house with all the furnishings. Got me a Corvette. Got free lunch from one end of America to the other. And I ain't even been up there yet.
Ha! Literally.
Noticed that. Oh, you noticed that, huh? You noticed I hadn't been up there yet?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they're saving the best for last.
Mr. Cooper, since you're the last of the original 7 and the least well-known, could you begin by telling us who was the best pilot you ever saw?
Oh, is he gonna... Oh, he's gonna refer back to our guy at home.
Who was the best pilot I ever saw?
Yes.
Hanging it out over the edge, pushing back the outside of that envelope and hauling it back in. But there was one pilot I once saw who I think truly did have the right.
How close did you ever come to not being able to call it back in? What was that?
Who was the best pilot I ever saw? Well, you're looking at him.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, what do we... Yes, we keep getting his story. What's going on with him, you know?
I think I see a plane over here with a name on it.
What are they doing? He ran up.
Hey, what's that? Anyone got clearance?
What kind of a plane is that? Aircraft taxiing on ramp. Did you file a flight plan?
Aircraft taxiing on ramp. Did you file a flight plan? Yeah, I'm just taking her up to ring her out here a little bit. Any objections?
Hey, it's Yeager. No, sir, no objections.
You are clear to taxi.
He must have clearance, right?
Yeah, sure. He must. It's here someplace.
So what's his goal now? Is to break another record? So he actually just going up there to like refuel his fire?
Now, in honor of these the greatest pilots in the history of mankind, gives me great pleasure, great pride, to present to you Miss Sally Rand.
Those things are really heavy. Just saying, it's actually really hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. Those fans are incredibly heavy. So cool. Wow.
Stretch it. Come on. Now you can do it. Now just a little bit more. 104,000. There you go.
It's interesting. Oh, no. Okay.
Christ almighty.
Oh, no. It is interesting because it's like, once they started exploring space, they just stopped trying to push these limits on the ground. And he's trying to get to the point where it's like, that's, he's like, he's still pushing. Uh-oh. Again. What? No.
Is that a man? Yeah, you damn right it is.
May 15th, 1963. He's sleeping? Yeah.
We've got a launch here.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's millions of people around the world watching. We just thought maybe,
Yep, well, no sweat, let's go. I'm ready when you are, John. 100%.
He's so great.
Hot dog go!
4 years later, astronaut Gus Grissom was killed, along with astronauts White and Chaffee, when fire swept through their Apollo capsule. But on that glorious day, in May 1963, Gordo Cooper went higher, farther, and faster than any other American. 22 complete orbits around the world. He was the last American ever to go into space alone. And for a brief moment, Gordo Cooper became the greatest pilot anyone had ever seen.
Awesome. I really loved the message of that. It's like the whole point of showing us so much of, because I was kind of throughout it, I was wondering why we were getting so much of, Yeager's story, because he wasn't one of the people as a part of the Mercury mission. And I was kind of, obviously I felt like he was an inspiration to them, a lot of them, and he kind of started out our story. And the whole point was like, I love that the message, and I understand now why he was such a pivotal part of the movie and the messaging in the movie, was that it's like, you're never always going to be on top. There's always going to be somebody that gets like, the better of you. But the point is you have to enjoy what you have and enjoy what's in front of you and keep pushing those boundaries for yourselves, not like to beat other people. So at the end, Yeager, it's like, he did that big flight for himself, knowing that it's not breaking some new world record like for the astronauts, and it's not going to be televised and like this big thing. He did it for him and his own goals and everything, and like his own satisfaction isn't the right word, but just everything that he had put his mind to at the beginning. And you could kind of see he was letting it get him down a little bit, watching all of his friends who used to be below him slowly surpass them and become astronauts. And that whole speech that his wife gave, I think really well like summed that whole kind of messaging up. So I loved that. I felt like that was a really main theme of the movie, and I really enjoyed the way that they portrayed that. I said it earlier, but I really loved the way that they talked so much about the wives and gave us so much of the wives storyline, because that was just such an interesting point of view. You know, I knew we were getting into this movie and it was going to be about astronauts, but that was such an interesting point of view. These women, and not just astronauts, but pilots' wives who watched their husbands go in every single day and like risk their lives pretty much. And they just have to sit at home and like bear it in certain ways. It's just, that whole thing was so interesting, and I loved that they focused in so much on that storyline. I liked that they kind of got what was coming to him at the end, but even then he's like, I'm gonna be the first one to be on the moon, you know? It's like, because nothing was ever enough, and it's not just for them, it's like the other people around them. It was whichever one of them had most recently gone into space was the person of the month, you know? You're never gonna stay on top. And I loved that they built a team within themselves and they supported each other, and so, like, we're so happy for each other's accomplishments and dreams and everything that they were able to succeed in. I think that was also such like a main message of the movie, because in the beginning there was so much competing, and as you watched it go on, it really became like, you know, they're not going to step over each other for anything. They're going to earn their way to each of their positions, and they're going to support each other through it. And I thought that was really awesome. Like camaraderie and messaging. I'm wondering like how much of this is taken from truth, like how close all of them were, how close all of the wives were, if they really were sitting together during all of those takeoffs and like banding together with that. I thought the scene with the Aboriginals was really interesting. And if like something like that actually happened, like I'm curious how much is based off truth and how much is truth, for sure, because this was a beautiful story, not just about, you know, the astronauts and spacecraft and space travel and everything, and like America making their way into space, but it was actually, I think, mostly a beautiful story about like them and their families. So I'm curious how much research went into that, how much of that is real on that front, if they were really as close as like this movie makes it seem like they were. So yeah, definitely I would love to hear more about that. I hate to find out that some of them died at the end, even though it wasn't, the movie didn't show that, it wasn't about that, this movie was about their successes and about their lives and like the triumphs that they had, you know. But I hate to hear that a couple of them did pass away in a later space mission, and especially after getting to know them and their families in this movie, it's hard to even imagine that, you know, that happening. I thought it was really good. The way it all flowed was really nice, except for that one scene that I commented on. And I don't necessarily think it was bad. It just really threw me off. I was very confused what was going on there. He's coming down, we're watching a malfunction, and all of a sudden it just cuts them at the parade. I was so sure that that was like his fantasy in the moment, trying to bring himself back to reality so that he could land it, you know? That's what I was really thinking was going on there. But no, it was just a quick cut scene, and that really impactful, crazy moment was just like over all of a sudden. So that was the one thing that kind of threw me for a loop, but I don't think it was bad. I think it more went to do with like the tone of the story rather than it being this crazy intense, like, you know, which it was like a crazy intense moment for a minute, but rather than centering it all around that and having that be the climax of the movie, it was more that they made the climax of the movie the message of the movie about like being the greatest pilot in America or on Earth or whatever it is at that moment in the ladder that you're climbing. That was the right stuff. It was the right stuff. I really enjoyed learning a little bit about NASA and its kind of beginnings, and finding out, you know, it's so interesting because you know the relations of pilots and astronauts, but I didn't really realize that NASA fully originated, not like literal NASA, you know, obviously there are scientists and so many other people who went into that, but like the people, astronauts, I did not realize that they just originated from pilots. It's like, for some reason in my brain, it was almost like these scientists came up with a whole new set of trials and tribulations that they put a bunch of people through, which is true, but that they just kind of chose people, or like people volunteered for this job and went through the trials and tribulations to get there. Not that they went and hunted for pilots, which makes so much sense, like duh. You know, it's just the thought of a spacecraft versus an aircraft, to me, it seemed like on such different levels of operation, and I'm sure nowadays they are even more different than they were when it first was being created, and like being brought up. That definitely was something really interesting to me, that they're just all pilots that were, you know, brought into this whole new world. And nowadays it is, I'm curious, I'll have to look up, do astronauts, obviously they have to go through some sort of flight school, but do they go through a different type of flight school than pilots? Do they have to go through pilot flight school and then move into being an astronaut? Like, is that still a requirement? That was such an interesting thing for me to watch kind of develop, and definitely something new that I learned there, which in hindsight, almost like I already knew kind of in the back of my brain, / it already just made so much sense that, like, duh, how could I not know that? But watching it unfold in action was really cool and clarifying for me. So I liked that a lot. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching with me, and I will see you next time, hopefully. Hope you're having a good one. Goodbye.